morning. Well, should I say good afternoon, everyone? Thank you all for tuning in to Sister Talk. My name is Mia Lou. And today let me introduce you to my co-host.
Hi, I'm Miss 72.
And we have a special guest in the studio today. Would you like to introduce yourself, or should I do that?
You can do it.
Okay. This is my sister and friend, Miss Cassie, but I think she could tell a lot more about herself. Go ahead, Cassie.
Miss Cassie, you all know me.
Tell us what you do, Miss Cassie.
I do natural hair care on the west side. Lock shop. Specialize in dreadlock care or lock care. I can be reached if I could throw that plug out there.
Yes, go ahead.
I can be reached at 312-532-4648 for your lock care.
And where's your location?
Right now, I'm at 1111 Chicago Avenue.
Okay, and you used to be the owner of the lock shop, correct? Okay. Got that? No? Okay. So tell us a little bit more about what's going on with you outside of, okay. You don't want to talk about that? Okay, Lisa, go ahead. This is our first show, y'all. We're a little bit,
we're like the aftermath from Bald Head and Friends, which will be continuing in 2 weeks, independent. But today's our topic is going to be about friends and friendship. It's different types of friends. It's different personalities when it comes to friends, and how not you can and cannot collide with that difference in friendships. I'm gonna start with me, the people next to me. These are friends/sisters. We got bonds, avenues, which cause us to become even greater friends. Now, you get some people that come in as a temporary friend. They come in your life for a temporary period of time. They're not meant to stay there long journey. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah,
Everybody has their season.
Right. So you have some people that tend to come in and just never leave. They become more like a family member.
Right.
They're at every event. They're in every gathering. Everyone in the family will know them. You will have some friends that people only see, but nobody really know who they are. Friendship is something that can get you a little sidetracked because you sometimes depend on someone to be a little bit more than what you expect, because you might have a different way of knowing how to be a friend. Your friendships have to deal with communication just like regular relationships. What you guys think?
So we're talking about building women or men.
Basically, the extensions of friendship.
Of what type of friendship?
Friendship.
Friendships.
Friendships. Well, sister-like friendship. Well, since we're sister talk, and we're talking about sisterhood and friendships within being sisters.
Okay.
Like, knows us know we're not biologically sisters. However, we do have a sisterhood and we do have a special bond. And within that bond, there's a friendship. So do you care to elaborate on that?
Well, I've come to realize that friendships, sisterhood, you have to nourish those relationships as you do any other type of relationship. Just like a relationship, a romantic relationship, you have to you have to put into your friendships with your sisters. You have to be willing to listen. You have to be willing to slow down in your life and take notice, so to speak.
I agree, because you all have always, well, I don't know about you, Cassie, but Miss Lisa has always told me, and I can admit I'm not really a good listener at times. So do you care to share how patient you were with me over the years?
Well, when it comes to friends, you can't be judgmental because somebody doesn't do stuff the way you do it. You can choose your friends, choose who you want to stay and who you want to deal with. Like any other relationship, you have to look at the bad and take it with the good. You got to know what you can and cannot change and know how to deal with it when it comes to friends. People tend to give up on people too easily. People tend to act like they don't make the same mistakes. We tend to judge somebody off the same stuff that we did, but because we did it, it's okay. But when someone else does it, it's not.
It's a problem.
It becomes a problem. But once you can see within yourself that to be so judgmental, because when you was on the other side, you didn't like it when nobody did you like that.
Right.
Like, I don't like it when people become your friend and they think because you my friend, you hate everybody I hate. I've never been that type of friend. I've had friends that would get into people, they wouldn't attack them or put their hands on them because they were my friends.
Exactly.
I have people approach me and say, you know what, I don't like her, but because that's your girl, I didn't touch her. But I promise you, if that wasn't your friend, I would do A, Y, and Z. What friendships come to, you get to a point you don't let nobody else try to dictate to you who you should and should be cool with.
Don't gravitate towards other friends. Is that a problem for you? Is that like a deal breaker?
Well, I've had situations like that. Have you ever had situations like that, Miss Cassie?
Not really. I think I'm within my friendships. I'm sort of aloof. I allow people to be who they are. So I think before you were saying that you choose your friends, a lot of times I really think that you really don't choose your friends. You gravitate towards people that are like-minded.
That feeds your spirit.
Exactly. But also, I believe, too, is what you're looking for. Because you could go out there looking for certain things from a friend. Some people don't even really know what friendship is. But some people go out there looking to use, abuse. You know, some people actually want true friends. So it really depends on what that person is looking for and what they are putting out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. But at the end of the day, I think that being like-minded.
Wow, we have a caller. You want me to hit it? Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Sister Talk. And caller, may I have your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Roger. I just wanted to say what y'all should I say to put in the middle beginning. All right, thank you.
Y'all give a shout out to Baldhead. Give a shout out to my brother Baldhead. He's more than just a friend. That's my big brother now, man. He is a cool dude. I really got to know him over these last 3 months with him sitting in this seat over here.
And he's definitely a friend, but he's a different type of friend.
Right.
You know?
He called me this morning. You know, I missed his call, and he was calling to wish me well, like a friend would do. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's him. Thank you.
Speaking on him being a friend, like this show is standing out from the show that he had.
Right.
And some people will hate on somebody else or say, "Oh, they trying to do it," and I started. No, he told her, he pushed us along, said, "Go ahead," as a friend to do better. Not get mad because you're on a roll of going up or you're trying to do something and they're doing it at the same time. A friend don't do that. A friend encourage another friend. A friend don't try to take something from a friend.
Right.
It's just different ways. Friend, and then there's a lot about treat people the way you want to be treated. It's to a certain extent, because everybody can't handle stuff. Like, I've had attitudes about stuff, and I talk to my big sister here, and I say, Cassie, when I ain't like, she looked at me, she said, well, you know, you can't expect people to treat you the way that you treat them all the time. You know, you can just be the best who you are and let your light shine, and maybe that person eventually will pick up and want to do it the same way, but you can't control another person if you choose to be a friend.
Yeah. So that's where you get that from. Cassie. Aw, Cassie. Big sister.
Yeah, it's true. God put you in different people's lives for different reasons. And what your purpose is doesn't necessarily mean that person's purpose is the same coming towards you. You know, you shine your light. Don't allow yourself to change because of the way somebody else is receiving it or not receiving it.
Exactly.
You keep
exactly.
pushing.
So earlier we touched on the issue of communication and listening, how that's a key factor in friendship. So when you have a friend like Lisa, I probably was at one point, wasn't always a good listener. So how did you really deal with that in a sense? I mean, did it make you feel like, you know what? I know you said it wasn't a deal breaker and you got to give people a chance, but what about the times when you were frustrated and oh, you know, because people see us all the time out and about and they think we're probably always smiling, good times, everything is perfect, but that's not even us. We're the opposite of that.
No, we disagree about everything.
Well, I believe that you have to allow a person. Well, first of all, you know your friends, and sometimes an air so that they could sit back and let steam go. Sometimes you can't talk to people when they upset. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you receive things differently. You have to allow, it depends on the individual. It might be a day, it might be a few days, it may be a week. And are into it, I know I have to give her space. You know what I'm saying? When she projects that she's upset, I take it and I give her space. I acknowledge it, but
she acknowledged it. That's not the key point. Don't ever push a friend to the side and say, "Oh, she'll get over it." That's not fair. That's not caring. When you care about somebody, there is no she'll get over it. You'll wait. Right. You'll learn that person. You know the period of time, and you go back and you have a irrational conversation about it where you can laugh about it, but you should still be friends. You shouldn't turn your back. And I have this big thing with us is they can talk about me, as long as they talk about me with each other. You can't talk about me with a mutual enemy that you know they don't care about me or got the worst interest in me just to get somebody to agree with you. No, you talk to somebody you know that has my best interest in mind and know you too and know us and our character in order for you to get a point across to them.
Exactly. When we talk about you, we talk about you in front of you. Okay?
Yeah, I talk about y'all in front of you. And I let you know right then. I don't hold nothing back.
No, these women, we all are very boisterous. I'm not into, I'm nothing against astrology, but I'm not into astrology like that. But this is an Aries, Taurus, and a Leo. And a Leo. Really? Very dominant.
Very dominant.
Yes,
and very. I'm the laid back one, of course. I'm chill.
And I'm the crazy.
Don't get her mad though. Don't get her mad.
I'm the crazy, sexy, cool one.
Don't get her mad. That's one thing I can't say about that.
Tauruses are like bulls coming out the gate, baby. Don't make them mad.
Well, since we're on top of the friendship, what is it about male friendship that you all think can and cannot happen?
I can't have friends. I'm just gonna put it to you like that. He told me
you can't have male friends
unless they gay. That's what he told me.
You're married, so it's kind of difficult. It's difficult to have a male friend when you are in, especially a marriage. Okay,
I cut all my male friends off when I first came into the marriage, and I thought it was just gonna be me and him, I don't need these male friends that I had before.
But it's a two-way street. Is it okay for him to have female friends?
Exactly. It really depends on the individuals that's in the marriage, whether or not you feel like you can allow your mate to have friendships outside of the marriage with the opposite sex. But
I'm joking about that, y'all. So don't take me serious.
It's a conversation.
But I make friends everywhere I go.
But I find it's difficult for me to make male friends.
Why?
Because they
be wanting to
on that booty. Yeah, you hanging out, you kicking it, you my buddy.
They be like, ooh, I can't be your friend, girl, with all that booty.
I'm a whole dude sometimes, but eventually they start grabbing and grabbing, be like, I thought we were
Thank you for calling Sister Talk. My name is Mia Lou. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hello? Who is that?
All right.
Okay, can you screen all our prank calls?
For Halloween calls.
I know that's you, Billy.
Anyway, well, I think I can have male friends. I believe as a woman, I have a lot of male friends because when it comes to male friends, a female can have male friends, but I think a male really can't have female friends. I'm gonna tell you why.
So they your friend, but you
because
friend, but
as a female, we're the ones that really giving them the initiative to push that they can push past it. Long as you hold your ground, then he won't do it. Because a man 9 out of 10 is sitting back waiting to see when that chance or opportunity come, and when you give it to him, that's when he take it. But long as you don't allow it, he's not willing to cross that without your permission.
Okay, so
you can have male and female. I think females can have male friends.
So
because I do.
So tell me about the situation when you were in a long-term relationship recently, and your guy came into this relationship. Here it is. You have all these male friends. How was he able to deal with that?
Because for one, I was trustworthy. I don't have a name on the streets. These people have been around me the whole time. He was pretty much aware of that. If it was going to happen, it would have happened. And I made sure my guy knew all my friends. They wasn't a secret. He knew who they was. He knew what parts they played in my life. He could see the consistency of them. I know just popping up out the blue that plays a part too. When somebody have a profession, when you're dealing with the public, how could you not respect the fact they're going to have to deal with the opposite sex?
Exactly. And that's the thing about me trying to do this comedy thing. It's like, okay, I'm going to be around guys. I've been around a lot of men, and that's going to happen. And men are going to find me attractive, and there's nothing you can do about that, you know?
As long as you're a lady about the situation.
Right. Exactly.
Be willing to cross that.
So how would you, okay, so you have this friend, male friend, and y'all hang out or what have you. And at some point when he do decide, maybe I want to cross the line, you know what I'm saying? How do you handle that and keep him as a friend? You feel me?
I feel you.
How would you handle it?
I would just let him know.
Because you're married.
Right.
Cross that line, you're an attractive woman. So,
yeah, my girl.
Of course.
You think I'm cute? You think I'm sexy?
You my sister. Only have attractive sisters.
All your sisters are attractive.
They are. Just like their big sister.
So answer the question. Stop playing.
I would be like, dude, look, you can't be flirting with me like that, okay? Because, look, nah. Good question. Next question.
How do you as a locticianist
deal with men?
Men as clients, because they're, you have guys come in. You might have some come in with a woman or a lady friend, and you're just a hairstylist, which is somewhat of a friend because you're associating with them. How do you handle that when a female wants to make it more than what it is when you really just there to get your money?
Well, how do I handle the
friendship of how you handle that male that may have that female girlfriend that has became interacts with you because you're doing their hair?
Well, I have a lot of male clientele, actually majority male clientele. I treat my clients with respect and love, and I'm caring for their hair. When I do have a lot of situations where their girlfriend or significant other does want to come in and check me out, so to speak, I treat them with the utmost respect. If they come in and they're the ones that are talking to me, I talk to them and I direct my questions toward them. You know what I'm saying?
I would be nervous.
Well, it's nothing to be nervous about. I'm professional. I handle my business. I'm good at what I do.
Right, you are. I've seen you work.
And I treat my clients with respect. So, like I said, if I have a female that comes in and I know she's speaking for her mate, then I know who I need to be talking to. You know what I'm saying?
And I can respect that because that just gives a sign that this might be a problem in this relationship, and you're not gonna make me part of your problem.
I'm not
exactly. Don't put me in the middle.
I'm trying to get paid. That's it.
Right.
I'm trying to handle my business and keep my name strong and get my pay.
Yeah, but I used to have a very large male clientele doing hair because I was like the braid queen on North Avenue. As on a Thursday.
Really?
Flop. Yes, braiding hair. Now, the females that did come by to see who I was doing their hair, when they first met me, they didn't care too much for me. But I didn't let that hinder me doing what I had to do. And then they seeing how I worked around the guys. I never did anything disrespectful enough for you to worry about it. But then I got to know them as well and started doing their hair as well. So then eventually, later on, they have come to me and say, I didn't like you at first. But it had nothing to do with me.
Why they don't like you?
Because that's just people.
Why do people do that? They like you. They dislike you just based off appearance. You don't even know me. You have never sat down and had a conversation with me. So how could you say you dislike me?
That's part 2 of this segment.
Right.
How could you say that?
Really? I mean, I got like half America probably don't like me because they don't just dislike me because of something I said, or maybe you spoke to me and I didn't speak back because I probably didn't hear you. I see you again and I'm speaking. So why would I not speak to you the first time?
Yeah, but you know what I say about that? We try to make sure we don't be the same people that we don't like.
Right. So
if you get to the point, Miss Cassie, and somebody call themselves don't care about you or don't like you, how do you handle it? And let you know.
No one has ever outright out in my face told me I don't like you. I've never said that.
No.
But I mean, see,
how would you respond if they did?
About me
how would you respond?
Is I really, honestly, in my life, I don't care what people think about me. I project want to receive. And the people that know me know how I treat people. But I have ran into people that did not like me for some reason, or treated, me distant, or looked at me funny. And I just kind of walked around, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's not me, it's their insecurities that has them all bent up. It has nothing to do with anything that I've done. So I move around it. Right. You know what I'm saying? If at the end of the day, if it isn't anything that has anything to do with me doing what I want to do for myself, it's nothing. One thing my mother has
always told me, she said, don't kiss nobody ass to get along with them. Can I say ass?
You already did.
Oh, my bad. Well, don't kiss nobody's ass to get along with them, and don't buy nobody's friendship. Told me, don't be a doorknob shaker. Yeah, if you always at somebody's crib.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's a country.
I've never had that problem really either with nobody.
Because she said you get in trouble like that. Yeah. Stay at your own crib.
Yes, well, I've never had that problem.
Don't get in nobody else's mess.
You gonna let me have a word to say, ma'am?
You can talk, sister. You can talk. Well, let's talk about that time. Can we talk about that time when you and Cassie weren't talking?
No, I was referring to the what you were saying about people. Nobody had never really came to me and told me outright like me either.
I didn't like you when I first met you.
I know you told me. Tell about that. And you went off my appearance. I could not. She went off of my appearance and said she did not like me.
I didn't say that. Don't do that.
Went off my appearance.
Don't do that, Lisa. Clean it up. Don't do that.
Please, Cal. I'm gonna tell you.
I did not dislike you.
That's another thing.
I just thought you were weird.
In the same situation and have two different opinions about something that just happened.
I'm gonna put my shades on for this one.
When she first, when this one right here.
Yes, this one right here.
One over.
I did
first met me. She I was in the beauty salon. I'm set the story up. I was in the beauty salon.
All right. Yeah.
I'm the type of person, I don't like my stomach to show. So I always wear back out shirts. They may drop better in the front, which I think a lot of women should. And people assume because I have a tattoo that's why I do it. That's not why I do it. I do it because it enhances better. It looks better. Because the way I dress, I was a hoe. And I said it. And she told me later on that she had
no, I did not.
Yes, she did.
No, I did not think you were a whore.
So she
I thought you were a beautician.
She apologized.
Oh my goodness.
Are you apologized to me later?
Oh my gosh. Girl.
You know how you're supposed to be touching it.
It's about to be a Mayweather versus McGregor up in here. No. I refuse. Oh, so what you got on your referee? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute.
You notice I'm sitting in the middle. I told y'all I was the calm one.
I did not think you were a whore. They sell their bodies for money. I didn't think that of you.
What did you think?
I thought you was fast. Just fast.
That's another term.
No, not fast like that. Fast like, hey, I didn't know you.
Exactly.
But I'm not trying.
But I'm just saying, but it goes back to what you're saying, how people look at you and try to perceive who you are.
Right.
But then if you take your time.
But if I had allowed that thought, or what I may have perceived of you, if I had allowed that, like, oh, she, I can't hang with her. Look at her,
But how many years ago was that?
But how did we really meet? I saw you in a beauty shop.
No, I'm just saying how somebody look at you and they decide by your appearance, or he say, she say, and they decide not to like you. Get to know somebody for yourself. Right, don't sit back and let somebody else judge your relationship with somebody else. Because that same person that you don't contact yourself with may be the person that saved your life, or maybe the person that take you in a higher direction. Just pick and choose.
So how did we come about, really?
That wasn't part of the conversation. The part of the conversation
they right
was
here, referee.
People judging.
They right here.
Part of the conversation was people judging. Not to redirect, ma'am. See, I told y'all we don't agree on nothing. We disagree a lot.
They do.
No whispering, ma'am.
No. Because see, you didn't say you was gonna say that on the show. We did have a before we got on the show, we talked about what we were going to discuss. We were going to talk about friendship and all that. But the way we really met, y'all, all jokes aside, we met through our children. My son, and your twins, right?
No, our kids went to the same school. See how people be in the same situation with different opinions? That is why you always should have communication. Because while you thinking I'm mad about one thing, I'm mad about something else. Then we don't talk. It causes the world to collapse.
And she talks, y'all. She talks. I hear
my point across at the time because I'm not gonna wait and think. Then I tell you, no, I'm gonna tell you right then and there. Yeah. I didn't like the way you did that, and I'm trying to wait
telling me about
and calm myself down. But if it's just the two of us, you might get the hurricane.
Oh, you gonna get it.
Yes, trust me. See, Lisa. I love her. I love you, sister.
I love you.
I thank God for you. I really do. But.
There's a but.
At times, you make me want to. No, I love.
As long as you don't.
No, I would never hit you. I would never hit you. I put a pillow over your face.
And see me, I'm different. I'm the type of person. I don't really cuss.
Not really, unless somebody make you mad.
Only time I cuss is if I'm flame boiling inside. It's another person. It's not me. It's another person. It's the person inside of me. Boy.
So our friendship, our relationship, the basis of this conversation is to let people know that when y'all see us, this is genuine. It ain't always been like this. Like they ain't always did that. I remember when they didn't even used to talk to each other. That was so awkward. Do y'all know how y'all made me feel? I felt so like, God, what happened? What happened to my
And that's another thing with friends. When you see two other friends not getting along and you think you don't agree with it and you do what you got to do. Friends together. Right. Let them see that they're wrong and it ain't worth that and I need y'all to be together. That's what a friend do. I had an incident. I had friends, 3 friends. We was together all the time. And they never got along. Didn't like each other because we're friends I brought into the group. So once me and one of the friends we stopped being friends. The friend that didn't like the friend, they became together, became friends. Now they talk to each other and have communications and everything. Now that I'm not in the picture, but long as I was in the picture, they couldn't stand each other.
Right.
So them friendships and that all the 3 would never get amended because somewhere down the line, somebody don't want nobody to be friends.
Who's going to be the bigger person? Because I know it was an awkward situation for me. And that's the thing that people need to understand. When y'all be talking about, my circle, my crew, my clique, what happens when 1 or 2 fall out? Well, I mean, what's the basis of y'all friendship? I mean, really, like, you ain't, now she's a B and you telling all her business, things she confided in you about. Now y'all ain't friends no more. Or are y'all just going through something? Because if it's a real, genuine friendship, you all are supposed to be able to stand the test of time.
I agree.
And friendships are meant to grow, not fold.
I agree.
Just like any relationship, you have to work on them. Again, going back to that, you have to put into your relationships, you have to pay attention to the people involved and treat them accordingly. Everybody has different personalities. So some personalities are going to clash. But overall, it's about enjoying life, enjoying each other. We're grown women. We're not children. We should be
able to communicate. Like if it's something like, I got something I want to talk to you about later.
Exactly. We're coming in a time in our lives where we're dealing with a lot of things. And it's hard to grow older and not have people that you could talk to. And
y'all know I don't have no sisters. So I really thank God for y'all. I really do.
I love you too.
Sisters. I don't have any biological sisters, and my cousins, they don't like me. and I don't care. No, I'm joking.
Yes, she do.
Joking.
She cares. Let me say,
she wouldn't say anything.
She will bring it up. Exactly. She bring it up. Just need somebody else to help.
I care, but everybody's in a different place in their life. At one point, I feel like that's a whole nother. We'll say that for a whole nother.
No. We're gonna go a little bit into that because we got 30 more minutes. And friendship has something to do with family relationships. You can have a sister and feel like she's not your friend.
Yeah. And I have cousins that are not friends or family that's not friends. We're not friends. We're blood related, but we're not friends. And that's fine. That's okay. I don't believe in forced relationships. Conversations. It is what it is. The Bible says, a fruit by the tree that it bears. So if there's nothing to this relationship, why try to make it be something that is not?
Yeah.
You feel me?
You could pick your outside friends, but you can't pick your family.
Right.
And a lot of times your family don't have your best interest.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and I'm okay with that, because God put people in your life that are sometimes greater than the relationship you have with your family or could have had, or whatever the case may be.
I agree. A lot of people do too much prejudging. Like they'll take you back to when you was a teen. I am so overgrown with teens.
I have grown past
put me
that.
in the same category I used to be.
Right.
You know, you're supposed to grow and elevate, not get beneath.
I have friends, or I have like family members that I don't talk to on a regular basis, that never fail to send me an invite to a birthday party or some kind of event. You haven't picked up the phone and called me and talked to me and said nothing to me, and I don't know when, but you're gonna invite me to your party? First of all, try having a conversation with me first before I get to the party, because you don't know, I might be crazy. I might come in there and shoot the whole party up.
It'd be awkward, right. And then that goes back to,
you don't know what people are going through in their life.
Reasons. I mean, she probably wanted, all the gifts. So she wanted to invite all the people.
No, I just think people are more concerned with you just being there. Like, oh, I just want you to come. You don't really care about me,
Or they want to feel like I was the better person. I invited her. It's on her. She don't come.
Sometimes people have a hard time admitting that they're wrong. Person to say, you know what, I'm wrong. But at the same token, it's easier to say, well, I'm having a party. Come to the party. Some people don't know how to get past.
I'm looking at my phone like, come to invite RSVP. I ain't talked to this chick and I don't know when. It wouldn't be right for me to come, because I'm in a different place in my life than I was back then.
But that's your spirit, though.
And
at that moment. And sometimes, you can't base everything off of a moment. You received that text. You already had bitterness.
Thank you for the invite, but no, I declined to accept.
Had bitterness. Sometimes you need to just look at the invite and say, you know what, this is my family. She thought about me. That was the thought process.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to grow up and go past certain things, and sometimes we have to learn how to go back to the situation and say, look, or to the person and say, look, I know we had differences in the past.
Right.
I appreciate you inviting me, because that was the thought process. You had to think about me in order to invite me.
Right.
Can we get past the past without talking about it?
But it's really not.
A lot of times when you talk about the past, you bring back those hurt feelings, and you will never get past anything if you keep going back to the past. Sometimes you just got to let it go.
Right.
And move forward.
I agree
and
totally.
Seriously let it go, because some people say, okay, I'm going to let this go, but they holding on to it. And then they'll turn to this person and say, yeah, I can't forget she did this and she did that. I'm going to go. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but I can't get past this and that. Well, if you totally can't get past it, then stay the hell away. Block all of it. I don't even want to see the invite. I'm going to just block everything if I can't get past it. But at the same token, we have to learn how to sit back and say, let me reevaluate this. Let me see what's going, because there's a
but that goes back, Cassie, to what we were talking about initially, about everybody not being a part of your journey.
Yes, but at the same time, listen, take a different route, because doing the same thing is going to get you the same results. You got to do something different to get better results. The next time you get an invite, and I'm just going to tell you this from me to you, the next time you get an invite, I want you to take it. Not go off of your thoughts and go off better thoughts and say, you know what, I'm going to strive. They're going to see I'm the different person that they don't know, because they don't know me like that. And take that different person with you, and you have a good time. And then judge from that visit, and not the last visit. Then you go according to that, because that's your family regardless. We as people need to stick together. I'm never going to tell somebody to stop and not to love on someone else.
No. Don't think that it's like I have a grudge or anything against.
It's not a grudge.
It's not that. It's just that I've gotten to a place in my life where I'm past the hurt, I'm past the pain, I'm past, whatever ill feelings I had towards these individuals. I'm just past it. So yes, I would love to sit down and talk to you and have I prefer to have a conversation. I'm never lost for words.
Okay, so why don't you be the one to initiate, since you're the one that prefer to have a conversation?
The invite was initiation. That's what I'm trying to, get you to understand. That invite was.
So let me explain something. Okay, so let me ask you this. So if somebody came back from your past, whether it's a friend, family, did, whatever they said, you got over the hurt, you got over the pain. Now the past is revisiting. What do? Do you open that up and say, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance, or you just say, you know what, thank you, but I'm okay, I'm moving on?
You looking at us, we are living. You was part of what we had that happened. So how could you ask us that question? Isn't it a beautiful beginning? Beginning new start, don't you think?
No. You two were just in disagreement about something, right?
No, we had a lot. It was a lot going on. It's never when you end something and hurt. It takes that little something to make you say I'm done. But it could be stuff that led up to it. It could be a journey.
But sometimes, let me tell you something. This is what I'm trying to say. Relationships that I'm speaking of were one-sided. Sometimes when you at all the events, showing up, supporting people, doing all this, that, and the other, and I once was that type of person. I took a step back from relationships just to see who else is giving effort to this relationship other than me. And come to find out, when I stopped calling, my phone didn't ring. When I stopped coming around, nobody knocked on my door. Okay,
so now that they are, you're rejecting.
And you set that up looking for a reaction.
Like that. How do you feel that way?
Because you said, let me just take myself out the equation. You set that up looking for a reaction. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you didn't get yes.
You just said it.
And you didn't get the reaction that you were looking for, or you got the reaction that you thought that you would get, and that pushed you even more so away from it. But at the same token, sis, that was a while ago.
But you were
that person that came to the parties. You were.
No. I'm not talking about just parties. I'm talking about family gatherings, functions, whatever. And it's just basically like, you know, I got to the point with my family where we were just coming together to break bread on the holidays. That's it. We eat together, we laugh, we joke, and everybody go their separate ways.
Because you have your own.
I'm talking about when that kind of stuff fades. You like this what's to this?
So tell me, what were you expecting to have about the relationship with your family that wasn't like your childhood? Because when you're in the childhood, you all are more connected. Because I'm not with half the cousins I grew up with. We don't do nothing, but they all have their own big family.
You want to know?
And a relationship with a mate that they're dealing with. Well,
I was born an only child, okay, but I was raised a middle child to my aunt and uncle who had six kids. 3 older, 3 younger. I was in the middle. I looked totally opposite of any of them. It was like I was the black sheep, really. I stood out.
I know.
You know, so it was a difference in me and them. But we don't have a relationship to this day. We don't communicate. And when I get an invite, it's kind of strange. Like, why are they sending me invites? We don't even talk. That's the whole thing that I'm trying to get you to see. We don't have a relationship.
We understand that, but the invite is the beginning of something new. It's a beginning of something new. It's not before they never invited, so they're doing something different that they don't normally do, and you're not even accepting.
Overall, what I'm trying to say is, and I'm sure there are people that can relate to this when it comes to family.
Please call in at 1-708-223-8953.
When it comes to the whole purpose of me bringing this up is that you can have family that are not friends. You got, and it's okay. I don't expect to be friends with every family member that I have. I don't expect every family member to gravitate towards me. I'm used to that because remember, I was raised an only child, middle child, but I was an only child. So it was just me against them growing up. So I'm at this adult age now where it's like, who's who I want to be a part of my life. Like, you don't, the negative energy, I don't need that. Like you said, people judging you, people criticizing you. Who wants to be around that? You want to be around people that are going to uplift you, inspire you, encourage you, push you. You know what I mean?
I agree, but I'm saying in your adulthood as well as their adulthood.
Right.
Who's to say that there isn't change if you haven't been around them to see it?
Well, it's not. That'll I guess in time it'll show. But in the meantime, I'm cool with the way things
But what I'm saying is it is showing from that invite. This time it ain't you reaching out, it's them reaching out. One that's rejecting.
No, I wouldn't say it's, you know what, we'll make this another topic. Because the reason why I say that it's so much more to this topic than what is being said. There's a lot more to family friendships. So, but we're basis on different type of relationships, friendships. So we talked about our friendship. We talked about male friendships, opposite sex. We talked about
co-worker friendships.
I mean, you could talk about that.
Co-workers, co-workers can be friends, but you might have to limit it because it does become hectic at work to have a coworker that you see every day become a friend, especially if it's the opposite sex.
I'm deemed weirdo on my job. People probably think I'm so weird because I go to work and I mind my own business. I do my job. I have tunnel vision. And when it comes to friendships in the relationships in the workplace, friendships, my thing is, if you have poor work ethics in the workplace, don't befriend me at all. Like, seriously, if you're never on time for work, you're always calling off, you're a slacker on the job, those are the people I do not gravitate towards, really.
Well, Mia, you're being very judgmental.
No, I'm serious.
Yes, you are. You have because I take pride. The thing is, you could take pride in your work, and the boss is not going to see anything less of you. But you have to allow people to be who they are. Your friendship don't come because of what they are doing in their life and their situation. It depends on how a person treats you and how they respond to you. Right. So you can't base your friendship off of the attributes that they have.
No, I have work relationships, friendships in the workplace, but when you have people that's always complaining, like you've been on your job for a long time, right? Let's just say you used to work in a corporate world, right? Yeah. So when you're in the corporate world and people come in new, you're out like, man, what's to this place? They come in with negative energy, and it's already like me, like, okay, nope. No. Don't need this person with the negative energy every day trying to find something wrong. Can you just come to work, do your job, and go home?
You could deal with people and block negative energy.
I do, and that's what I do. That's my whole point.
I wouldn't carry on a conversation about another employee, partner, co-worker, what have you. I'll shut it down. I'll sit there. You can say whatever you want to say, and I will not add to it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll even change the subject. Because I don't want to be that person or even so involved in it. My hustle is my hustle. How I make my money is how I take care of myself. So it's certain things that I take to work. Actually, the people at work don't even see the real me. You know what I'm saying? They see a representation of me.
Exactly.
They see my, my professional me or the way I carry myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's my whole point that I'm trying to make.
I allow people still, at the same token, to be who they are, and I don't judge them for that. As long as you treat me with respect, I'm going to treat you with respect.
I'm always courteous. Come in the workplace. Good morning. Whether you speak to me or not, I'm just going to speak. And when I get on the elevator, what floor would you like? If I'm standing by the buttons, I'm gonna ask whoever's on the elevator, what floor you want.
That's manners.
Right. As I speak to people, they don't speak back. I'll be like, okay, whatever. That's you. I'm not.
Yeah, you never can say how somebody's day is going.
Right.
The reason why they may
not. But I haven't done anything
or
to
they
you.
could. You might not have, and they might not want you still not to think that you did anything to them. Just because somebody not courtesy take the thing or the time to say, hi back to you or good morning back does not mean they're being mean. They could be going through something or may not even heard you.
And I'll speak to the same person every single day until they speak to me. You know what I'm saying?
What you gonna say? Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. I said good morning.
No, I don't say it like that. And it's all in your attitude too. I will kill a person with kindness. We have to be here every single day together. If you don't speak to me, that gives me a reason to speak to you. I'm gonna speak to you until we start having dialogue.
Yeah, and that thing about speaking too is when you walk into a business, technically the people in the business are supposed to speak to the customers coming in. But when you regularly walking in anywhere, home, place, whatever, walking out, you're supposed to speak. It's two different courtesies to speaking. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't care. I just speak. It's a habit. I make it a habit. Good morning. Everywhere I go. Good morning. How you doing? It's what I do. I don't care if somebody's speaking or not. And I may be in that mood sometimes like, Dad. And I will.
You will do that. You have done that.
Yes, I would. Yeah. But it's in a jokeful way.
Right.
That lighten the mood up. And everybody, we sorry, I ain't hear you. And then we go into things. Then you might get that one person who like, well, I did say hi, but you, and then it turns into another. Because it depends on the person's attitude and how their day started and what they going through. And it will come out.
I wish them well, child. That's all I can do.
That Leo.
I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time.
I will have one question to ask you, Mia, because we're rounding down in time. Could you give us an introduction of how to get onto Intellectual Radio?
Okay, now it struck me, because I got these little investigative skills, Earl, and I went on YouTube and I clicked on Intellectual Radio, and I noticed that Intellectual Radio has over 275,000 viewers, but only 700 subscribers. Disturbing.
Yes, it is.
Very disturbing. Because I think that's, it's a lot of people that have come in here and sat with Earl and been on the show. Are you really a subscriber to the show? I mean, do you get alerts? I mean, we want to change that. So we want to help people, especially those that are not internet savvy. Mm-hmm. Help them learn how to get on the internet. So what do we do first? First, you unlock your phone. No.
Right? Yes. Yes.
First, okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to tell it to you on the air. I'm going to tell it to you on the air, girl.
Because we want you all to, because we don't expect for everybody to know everything.
So if you have a smartphone, go to your smartphone, Android, or what's the other?
A phone.
Other phone. Yeah.
iPhone?
Yeah. That one. Okay. Anyway. They're not paying me. But anyway, go to your, let's see, what is that? On my phone. What is it on your phone?
Do your phone first.
Okay, wait. Bear with me, people. Your Play Store. Go to your Play Store and download.
What kind of phone you have? You have to tell them the phone so they can know which phone, because each phone has different services.
I'm embarrassed.
Go to where you purchase your app.
Right. I'm not. There's a thing where people got against Android versus Apple, whatever.
Sound like she have a problem.
Yeah, I do.
Go to where you purchase your apps.
Okay, so go to the wherever you purchase the apps, download the YouTube, and then once you click on YouTube, you're going to Intellectual Radio,
which is this little thing that looks like a glass, like you're looking magnifying glass. You tap that, and it'll let you put in the search for Intellectual Radio on there, and you hit subscribe.
Yes, people,
to the radio station. Okay, so fill out the information that they ask you. So then when all of the shows pop up, you get an alert. It's not an irritating alert. Alert like you do with
Intellectual Radio has 740 subscribers and over 200,000.
And you should share this information with your friends, because when you want to come on our show and advertise, inbox Tony Smith on Facebook. You can come on the show and advertise your business and tell us a little bit about yourself. Right. And that way more people know about it. We all need to support our own. So you all need to get on and subscribe and get to know about Intellectual Radio, because a lot of people wasn't even aware that this is an internet radio. They kept asking me, what channel do I dial to, as if they were going to a regular knob. This is Intellectual Radio.
Okay, so we have a caller. Thank you for calling Sister Talk. My name is Mia Lou. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Wayne. Calling from the west side. Can I speak to Tony Smith?
Yes.
Yeah,
when did you fall in love with hip hop?
When did I fall in love with hip hop? I didn't know I fell in love with hip hop.
First accident, did she see Brown Sugar?
Caller, where did that come from?
Hey.
What's going on?
How you doing? We doing fine. Your description of a friend?
This is the tall black boy, phone boyfriend.
I know who this is. I say, can you give us a description of a friend? What you think a friend is?
A friend is someone that always has your back no matter what. You know, tell them anything, all types of stuff, you know.
Would that be a best friend or a regular friend?
No, this is like a 20-year friend.
Long time.
Back, look out for you, all types of stuff, you know. Sure.
Do you have any friends?
No, I just got associates.
You just got associates. That's another thing. The difference between friendship and associates. A lot of people tend to call everybody their friend when everybody's not your friend. A lot of people are just your associates in your life for a short period of time. That's it. You can't go out with them. You can't tell them your business.
Sometimes you got to cut them off. They ain't on the same plan as you, so you got to do other stuff.
Okay.
Look for new friends that's on the same thing.
Right. Thank you, caller, for calling in. Have a good day.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank Wayne. Thank you for calling in. Tell your friends to call too.
You ain't got no friends. You got associates.
Oh, what's the difference between friends and associates?
Associates, people you just kick it with, you run into when you go to places like, for instance, I go out to bartend doors. I run into people that I'm familiar with their faces, but I really don't know none of their names. But I've been seeing them for years. We've been going to the same parties in the same circles. So I'd be excited to see them just to know that half of them ain't dead because there's so many killings going on. So those are just associates. I have no relationship with them.
So your associates are in one particular area? Because you say when you go to a bar,
different. I said,
because you see those people there.
I said they've been partying with me for years. I've seen them in several different social places.
Okay.
But we're not, like, we don't know each other's life other than Facebook. You know, other than that, we don't know each other personally. We don't go out to eat. We don't sit down and have time together. We don't tell each other our deepest thoughts. We have no relationship. We just associate.
Can you have people that you deal with on a daily basis, because those would be friends, but even so, just people that you travel with or get together and hang out every so often? They're not close, but they are people who you.
I have friends like that.
I have that too.
Because
I have that.
I have friends.
Would those be considered associates?
Those are associates.
Okay.
Those are associates because I go to an event every year with Women in Motions. I love to see those group of people, but that's the only time we really get together. Unless they call like a gathering, but that's it. I don't know their life. They don't know my life. It's only social time. It's a good time. That's all it is. Sometimes you need that. You need people that you don't know all your business. You need people that you don't do everything with, just to go kick with it, just to have a good time.
Yeah, I have friends like that I don't talk to on a regular basis. I'm not that type of friend. We're not going to be on the phone every day, all day. We're not going to be dressing alike when we go out. No, that's not going to happen. I've been uniformed all my life, and I refuse to dress like
my friend.
We do it by mistake.
I never said y'all. I'm talking about me. Y'all could dress alike if y'all want to. If y'all want to look like Mary Kate and Ashley, that's on y'all. I'm not. Twinning. Go ahead. That's my best friend. No, well, I'm not dressing like my best friend. No. Okay. Me and my friend are gonna do associates. So I have friends that I get together, we go out, we kick it, and we may not talk every day or hang out all the time, but when we get together, it's just like we've been together. And I think sometimes it could be overkill in relationships, friendships. You know what I mean?
I take breaks.
Right.
I do. I take breaks from friends. If I feel like they get to the point, I'd be like, okay, it's time to be apart.
Like that time when you fired me. Talk about that.
We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, make that another show.
About new friends. How do you make new friends?
How do you make new friends? You walk up to them, you say, hi, I want to be your friend.
I hear a lot of people saying no new friends.
No new friends. You know? No, I don't believe in that, because I feel like, and if I stayed around the same group of people that I've been knowing all my life, I will never grow as a person.
I believe that to be true.
I believe that.
People can stunt your growth.
I like introducing people.
You can stunt your own
I share my
friends.
They
can. You can have people in your life.
Do you share your friends? I'm a friend.
I share my friends.
I share friends and
but
family.
A lot of friends don't want to share. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't.
They don't want to share. Friends that know you that didn't want to. You like, that's your
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
and vice versa. And
right.
Sometimes
they don't want to gravitate for it, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. I don't care if your friends don't like me. Friends don't like you. The fact that we like each other is all that matters.
Yeah. And then when I came to the initiation where somebody get to the point, okay, then I just won't bring this friend around that friend, and we don't have to worry about having no conversations about this.
Right.
And it is what it is. You just
no
run-ins accordingly to the individual.
No run-ins.
No run-ins.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what about next week?
Okay, so y'all check this out before we wrap it up. We got 5 minutes. Okay, so Sister Talk is just this show that we picked up you know, I don't know how long it's gonna go, but please check us out in a week on Baldhead and Friends podcast. We're back on the air where Baldhead decided to go independent with his show. Otherwise, you know, he would probably still be here. But, you know, the spot was open. We decided, okay, let's just do something with it. See what happens. Of course, we talked to him about it before doing it.
I don't know why she's going that far.
No, I'm just saying. So anyway, just watch the show. I'm basically telling people to watch the show. Make sure you follow us, Baldhead and Friends podcast. Follow
Miss 72 is on Tony Smith on Facebook. Also, next week's topic. Oh, you guys know about the beard gang, right?
Oh, yes,
well, I'm going to have a sexy, handsome beard gang guy from the group.
He's getting a lot of followers,
and he's not just, you need to know exactly who some of these guys are. And this guy, I know him personally. Very intelligent. Look forward to see who it is next week here on Girls Talk. Sister Talk. Bye. We want to thank our guest, Cassie, Miss Cassie, for coming in, which you will be seeing many more.
Yes, y'all. Check us out next Sunday at noon. Sister Talk with Mia Lou and Miss 72. Thank you, Miss Cassie, for coming on, being our first guest. Thank y'all. Like, comment, and share.
I don't even need a crown. Turn up, turn up. Don't turn me off, only here to turn up. Dollar from my mind, swag loaded like a gun. Burning up, got that something in my cup. Even if he looking at my bill, my bag is straight. Ain't got no time for no time. Move around, see you later. Calling like a mata, killing them, no makeup. Find me since they left, yeah, I got what I do, transport to my spot. Think I'm turning up at the point of a drop. Flex, turn up, flex, turn up. With these help, boy, you know I shut it